Hi, my name is Chris Bullock. I'm the owner of The Wandering Bull, and today we're going to talk about dream catchers. I have the kit with us. It's a 4-inch ring. The kit has instructions as well as everything included that you'll need to create. This is a 4-inch metal ring, beads, and imitation sinew. You can certainly elaborate on this and add more beads or feathers. With the kit, in the back are instructions step by step that are relatively easy to follow. So the 4-inch metal ring, and this is the 1/4-inch cow lacing, and this particular one is chocolate brown. We use them in white and tan, so your kit potentially would come with a different lace. So going to want to fold your piece in half, tie a knot at the top, and that knot will be this knot. So I'm going to start, hold that loop at the top, and wrap one side, and now I'll just start the other side. So you want to do this tight. You want the lace to abut the previous wrap that you have on. So that's basically, so I started there and continue wrap. So you're going to basically wrap from this point all the way down to the bottom. And see, these two laces are these laces wrapped all the way around. So I have wrapped it all the way around to the bottom. Here's the two ends. So I tied a knot, and that's where we'll be sliding beads on this. So now to start the web, we're going to use imitation sinew, and we have single ply sinew. And the imitation sinew is a waxed nylon cord. And in your kit, you'll have 6 feet of nice thin waxed nylon cord. We're going to start at the top. I'm going to tie a knot. So I have my knot at the top, and basically we're going to go 1-inch intervals all the way around the ring. So I'm going to loop over and go back through the center, pull out my excess, bring this right up to the top. And you don't need to measure it, but here is the ruler. We're going to roughly go 1 inch for that measurement. That way, and we want to keep it symmetrical as we travel around the ring. You don't need to pull it extremely tight at this point. The secondary set of loops that we put in place will tighten up what we're working on right now. Wrap this around quickly. And basically, I've guessed for this distance. I'm relatively close. And now I'm right at the top. I'm going to complete this first row. So I have done one complete rotation with the sinew. Now this piece I'm going to catch right in here. I'll work with the very end. See how it's starting to develop here? So now I'm going to go to my third loop. And as you use up your imitation sinew, it's easier. There's less material that you need to pull through each loop. And now we're right at the top. So at this point, I am going to go into the first of the second loop. Go here. And pull. So we're at the top again. Pull this guy tight. So now I'm going to jump over into here. There's a little, this little guy ended up a little small. I am going to go right into that loop there and pull it tight, and that should bring that back to shape. There we go. So as I travel to the center of the hoop, and by pulling the sinew, it tightens the previous rows. So that's why in the beginning you really don't need to pull it that tight, because it's going to get there just by the nature of the process. But these are great for school groups. They're inexpensive. They come complete. Takes short amount of time. I think the level, age level, it's an easy kit. So school groups can use them, scout groups can use them. And it's getting small, like the old spider's web. I have a friend who does these, but he'll do it almost to the point where very little light passes through. He'll put so many knots, hundreds and hundreds of knots. He's a master at it. He does a great job, and they look really cool. So I'm almost done. I'll put one or two more in there. But you see, as we progress, it shrinks right down nice and tight. And if you wanted a tighter ring, like a much tighter web, you could space it 1/2 inch apart. So twice as many loops in the beginning, and that will create a much tighter, denser ring. I'm going to tie this off now, and basically go through a last hoop. The imitation sinew is waxed and wants to stretch. So basically, if you tie a good knot in the center, and you want to tie a couple of them and pull it relatively tight, what I like to do, I've got one loop, come on, I've got one loop. I'm going to pass through this loop. I'm going to go 3 times. Once, twice, and 3 times. Now as I pull that guy down, it gets tight. Now I'm going to snip that off with scissors. You could also hang beads, hang feathers from this loop as well. So you don't necessarily need to cut it off, but for this instance, I'm going to cut it off, finish up the project. There we go. I got that little top one. I'm going to cut that one off. Now, in the kit will be several beads. You can slide the beads on the bottom. Do 2 here. Tie a knot so the beads don't slide off. So there is our finished product. It took 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's it for now. Once again, the Dreamcatcher Kit at thewanderingbull.com. You can see us on Facebook. Jump on the web. You can call us on the 800 number. Thanks a lot.